Financial literacy isn't just about numbers or spreadsheets. It's about understanding the single most important currency in your life: choice. Every financial decision you make expands or contracts your future possibilities. Don't trade your future freedom for present convenience. Security comes not from what you earn, but what you keep. Remember, compound interest isn't neutral. It's actively building or destroying your future. Money is a psychological mirror. Your habits reveal your deepest beliefs about your self-worth and your control over your destiny. Transition from being a consumer to an architect. Stop asking, "Can I afford this?" and start asking, "Does this align with my values?" The financially literate aren't just those with the most money. They're those whose money gives them the most life. What life are you funding with your choices today? Your journey begins when you realize every choice is about who you're becoming.
Financial literacy. A deep lesson in motivation and freedom. The core truth: financial literacy isn't about money. Let's begin with a counterintuitive insight. True financial literacy has little to do with numbers, spreadsheets, or investment strategies. These are merely the surface-level tools. At its essence, financial literacy is about understanding the single most important currency in your life: choice. Every financial decision you make, or avoid, expands or contracts your future possibilities. When you lack financial understanding, you're essentially trading your future freedom for present convenience. The 3 levels of financial illusion. Most people operate under 3 dangerous illusions. 1. The consumer illusion. If I earn more, I'll be secure. Reality. Lifestyle inflation silently devours raises. Security comes not from what you earn, but what you keep and grow. 2. The time illusion. I'll deal with this later. Reality. Compound interest works both ways. Financial procrastination isn't neutral, it's actively destructive. The $100 you save today isn't just $100. It's $1,100 in 30 years, at 8% return. 3. The complexity illusion. This is too complicated for me. A reality. The fundamentals are strikingly simple. Spend less than you earn. Invest the difference. Protect against catastrophe. Complexity is often an excuse, not a barrier. The hidden psychological game. Money isn't just an economic tool. It's a psychological mirror. Your financial habits reveal your deepest beliefs about self-worth. Do you invest in yourself? Future orientation. Can you delay gratification? A risk tolerance. What stories do you tell yourself about risk? Agency. Do you believe you control your financial destiny? Every financial decision is a vote for the person you're becoming. The $4 daily coffee isn't just $1,460 annually. It's 365 daily votes for immediate gratification over future freedom. The deep motivation. What are you really buying? Ask yourself this profound question. What am I purchasing with my financial ignorance? Because you are buying something. Perhaps the comfort of not thinking about uncomfortable realities. Social acceptance through visible consumption. Temporary relief from anxiety through retail therapy. The identity of someone who isn't good with money. Now ask, what could I purchase with financial literacy instead? 3 months of runway to leave a toxic job. The ability to care for aging parents without devastation. The freedom to pursue meaningful work rather than just profitable work. Nights of untroubled sleep. A legacy that educates generations. The awakening. From consumption to creation. Financial literacy marks the transition from being a consumer of financial products to becoming an architect of your financial life. This shift changes everything. You stop asking, "Can I afford this?" and start asking, "Does this purchase align with my values and goals?" You view money not as something to spend, but as congealed life energy, as Vicki Robin calls it. Hours of your finite life traded for currency. You recognize that every discount is meaningless if you're buying something you don't need. Your most powerful financial tool. Surprisingly, your most powerful financial tool isn't a budgeting app or investment account. It's attention. Where your attention goes, your money flows. The simple act of tracking expenses for 30 days, without judgment, creates more behavioral change than any budget template. You cannot change what you don't see. The motivation equation. Motivation for financial literacy comes from connecting today's small actions to tomorrow's profound freedoms. Small discipline today times consistency times time equals extraordinary freedom tomorrow. This isn't about deprivation. It's about strategic allocation. The question isn't, what am I giving up? But what greater thing am I making room for? The unavoidable truth about risk. Here's the hardest truth. There is no risk-free option. There are only different types of risk. The risk of investing, market volatility. The risk of not investing, inflation eroding purchasing power. The risk of staying financially ignorant, perpetual dependency. You choose your risk. The only question is, which risk serves your future self? Begin here, not with numbers but with questions. Before you look at a single spreadsheet, ask. 1. What does enough mean to me? This defines your finish line. 2. What would I do if I weren't afraid of financial insecurity? 3. What life do I want to look back on at 80? 4. What financial legacy did I inherit, and what do I want to pass on? The ultimate realization. Financial literacy, at its deepest level, is the understanding that money is simply stored energy that can be converted into life experiences. The numbers are secondary. The primary question is, what kind of life do you want to convert your energy into? The financially literate aren't necessarily those with the most money. They're those whose money gives them the most life. Your journey begins not when you learn to budget, but when you realize that every financial choice is ultimately a choice about who you're becoming and what life you're creating. The most important investment you'll ever make isn't in a stock or property. It's in developing the understanding that converts your energy into the life you truly want to live. What life are you funding with your financial choices?